The first hints for Chapter 1145 of One Piece are out, along with the predictions from this channel. After the intro, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Before we dive into today's content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That really helps the channel grow and reach more people. No more delays, no more blah blah blah. Let's get into the content. We have 2 hints in this video about the next One Piece chapter. Yes, we're heading into yet another One Piece week, the 3rd one in a row. Oda is on fire lately, delivering chapter after chapter. No way we can say he's being lazy this year. So, let's get to the hints. In the first hint for chapter 1145, we see a man cracking his knuckles as if getting ready for a fight. As everyone remembers, that's a very iconic pose from Luffy whenever he's about to face someone. He did that, for example, right before taking on Kaido. This could mean Luffy is finally about to find out what's going on in Elbaf and jump into action. Could it be that he wants a confrontation with Loki himself? Or maybe this is a pose from Skopper Gaban? In the last chapter, we saw him entering the battle, so maybe he'll do something similar, or maybe the hint points to his participation in the fight. Either way, there are a lot of possibilities for chapter 1145 based on this hint. Now, let's move on to the predictions. There's one more hint which I'll save for the end of the video because I have a very important theory about it. But before that, let's get into the predictions for chapter 1145. As we saw in chapter 1144, it ended with Great Eric and the Giant Pirates, with Skopper Gaban joining the fight. Chapter 1145 is likely to pick up right where we left off, showing this group defeating the rest of the monsters that appeared. My question is, what will the Holy Knights do after that? Will they finally show themselves? Remember, they were very calm, sitting at a table eating while the kids were being guided by them. With the monsters being defeated, and I believe they'll all be taken down in this chapter, what comes next? By the way, just a quick side note, I really want to see how they're going to defeat the evil Nika. I think it'll be Skopper Gaban who puts an end to that monster. But getting back to the main plot, what happens next? Will the Holy Knights finally reveal themselves? I'm not sure if they have what it takes to go head-to-head with Skopper Gaban. We know they're powerful, but so far, we've only seen them use their abilities in a handful of battle situations. We saw more of Gunko, but she fought someone who was tied up, and now they're using their powers against kids. What will happen when they're truly challenged? Maybe, when they reveal themselves, Skopper Gaban will provoke them into a fight, connecting to that hint of the man cracking his knuckles. But then again, maybe not. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve, some plan beyond what we've seen with the kids, like summoning even more nightmares from other children, bringing in new monsters, and making things even harder for Great Eric's group and Skopper Gaban. Another part of the chapter I believe we'll see is Saul still trying to save the children. After his initial plan failed, he tried protecting them with a shield and more recently started pulling them with a rope, which actually seemed to be working. We might get more of that with him successfully rescuing the kids who were heading toward a burning area. That could take up a section of the chapter. In the final part, I think we'll see Luffy with Loki, Hajrudin, Sandy, Izumo, Gerde, and the rest of the giant pirates. They're probably having a conversation. At first, I thought we'd get a flashback from Loki at this point, but maybe that won't happen just yet. Instead, Loki might alert the Straw Hats and the other giants that Elbaf is being invaded. Even though that was already announced through a loudspeaker, he could confirm it in person. And that's where the hint comes in. Luffy says he's going after those guys and makes his classic pose, cracking his knuckles. That's my guess for that first hint. So those are my predictions. Let's do a quick recap of what I expect from chapter 1145. In Yamato's cover story, the Kappa is freeing Pojo and Iolti after defeating Who's Who's pirates. The chapter starts where the last one left off, with Gaban, Dory, Brogy, and the giant pirates defeating the monsters. The Holy Knights realize someone powerful has arrived and try something new involving other children. The scene shifts, and we see Saul still pulling the kids with the rope, managing to save some of them, while Chopper tries to treat them. Then we go to the underworld, where Loki announces that there are intruders in Elbaf and that they need to be stopped. Luffy then declares he's going to beat them up and jumps into the fight. That's where the chapter ends, probably with a break next week since we've had 3 chapters in a row. Now let's talk about the final hint, the second one in this video, which is really interesting, but it comes with an important warning. In this hint, we see Carrot in her Sulong form. Yes, Sulong Carrot. Why did I save this for the end? Because this week's going to be tricky. Just a heads up. The spoilers will drop on April 1st, April Fool's Day. For those who remember, that day always brings insane, crazy, and often fake information. So maybe this hint is just a warm-up for the Week of Lies. I don't really believe Carrot is going to show up in Elbaf. Or is she? Anyway, here's the hint and the warning not to blindly trust anything, not even from the top leakers, because this week it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. We'll probably only know for sure when the chapter drops. Just keep that in mind, but of course, stay tuned here because it's going to be a really fun week. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and comment your thoughts on this hint and where you think Chapter 1145 is headed. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.